So today we're going to talk about how to talk to potential customers about your product idea, but without sounding salesy, without selling your product. How do you get people to give you feedback about your product idea and share their pain point with you? Well, in today's video, give me a couple of minutes and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. Let's go. Hi guys, this is Farah. Welcome to my channel where we talk about the pre-launch prep for your product business. So you have a great product idea and you think this is what the market needs, but you know you're better than this, that you need to talk to people and validate this product idea. I have made so many videos about this and you can go watch that on my channel, how to effectively validate, how to come up with a product idea that will sell. There's so many ways of going about the same thing, but the problem that we all having is how to actually get feedback on the product idea. Is it worth doing it or not? And the only way to know the truth about your product idea and whether it will actually be successful is to actually talk to people. But nobody wants to hear about your product idea. Why would anyone care? Would you care, like if somebody calls you or stops you and comes into your DMs and says, hey, I have a product and I want your feedback on that? Would you respond to that? No, because why would you waste your time? It's the same thing with other people. Why would they waste their time on that? Because what's in it for them? Okay, and that's the key point. What's in it for them? This should flip the script, and this is what we're going to talk about today. And that's how you need to approach this whole idea of getting feedback on your product idea, because what's in your product idea for the customer? That's how you need to approach it. That's how you need to collect the feedback. That's how you will get the pure and true response about your product idea and whether it's worth doing or not. If I was to put the first step, the mindset change that I just talked about, in one sentence, I would say this stage is customer research, not customer acquisition. You're not sure what you're making anyway. If you approach this whole thing as a piece of research, that I'm trying to learn about a pain point, a problem, I think this exists, I'm trying to validate. And so to get to that, you need to have this mindset. If you come out and say, hey, I'm working on this product idea, I want to get your feedback, like I said, nobody would be interested in that. You yourself won't be interested in any, if you received a DM like this or an email like this, you won't be. But if you came to this whole thing with the mindset of that I'm trying to learn and just figure out a place for my product idea in this market and let me discover the real pain point, then the whole thing changes. You will get honest, unfiltered and real feedback and reaction from people about your product idea, but you can't say that's your product idea. So let's take an example of a supplement product that you're thinking about creating and it resolves knee pain or it strengthens the knees. Okay, let's just say that, okay? And you're a guy, you have this issue and you think, okay, you know, that would be a great idea, come up with something that just targets that area and it just strengthens the joints and things like this. Okay, but again, we've talked about this, that it's not about the product idea, it's about the people who will be helped by this product. Okay, so people over product. Okay, people over product always. We want to talk to some people who have this issue. So how are you going to get people to talk to you about their issues that they're having with their knees, or they're experiencing weakness, or they're experiencing joint pain, whatever? Think about this now. Where would you find those people? All right, and how would it be nice to approach them? Hey, I have this product that might help you with your knee issue, and would you like to join a wait list? Does that sound the right way to do this? Probably not. Because if you were actually talking to this person in person, real life, would you open the conversation like that? No, you won't. You would say, hey, what's up? And I see that you're having some problem with your knees. Like, tell me about it. That's exactly what you have to do in a DM comment or a post that you see in a Facebook group that's just talking about knee pain. Because there are places like that on Reddit, on Facebook, where people are talking about these issues, because they're not straightforward issues. It's not like you have diabetes and here's a pill for it. It's not like that. There is no pill for that you take and it gets rid of your knee pain. There isn't anything like this. So you would ask them, hey, what's up? What's going on with this issue? And tell me more. And keep asking why. Don't lead with your assumptions. Okay, that's the key. I will leave a link with this form of interview questioning in the link below, where you can actually use it for any product idea and start the conversation this way. That's just one way to approach this thing. Another way to approach this is you can create a post, and instead of saying, hey, I'm working on this product idea, you can say, hey, here's 5 things that I did to resolve my knee pain issue in my 40s or something like this. You can come to it this way and just list it down, and then just see the people who are interacting with it, giving feedback, just try to open conversation and try to carry on the conversation as you would in real life with a real human being. You would ask them, what happened the last time you experienced this, or how did it start? When did it start? What were you doing? Were you doing specific activity? Were you in the gym, or were you just working out? Were you lifting weights? Or you were an athlete? Do you do marathons? There can be so many types of people who might be experiencing this pain, and if you just keep the conversation going and keep it as real and in flow as possible, you will get so much valuable feedback about your product idea. You don't have to tell them that you're working on a product idea, or you're an entrepreneur, or you are researching. You don't have to, because you're trying to just have an honest conversation. You don't need to pitch. You don't need to sound salesy that, oh, by the way, here's what I'm working on. No, just keep it as honest as you can and just see where that goes. Ask how, why, when. These are the keywords that you want to use, and come up with the questions, and just how you would ask a friend. Give the customer, the potential client, any person you're talking to, just give them that respect and space to actually open up to you and really talk about what they're experiencing. And that's where you will find real feedback about your product idea. Another thing to remember when you're going through this process is, be aware of the feedback and, the cues that the potential customer that you're talking to is giving you. If they are not really revealing as much information, or they're just like giving short answers, maybe they're not really experiencing the pain, and they're not really as frustrated by the problem as you initially thought they were. And take that as a feedback that, okay, maybe I need to talk to more people, and talk to up to 50 to 60, 70 people, so you have a fair amount of data, and it's not just a couple of friends or their friends, or a couple of people you spoke to in the gym, or some DMs that you just sent out in one Facebook group and you got similar responses. No, try different areas, different Facebook groups, different Reddit forums, and just gather the feedback in a spreadsheet and plot it down, because that is what research looks like. Okay, that's how you would find patterns. You would see that, okay, these kind of people, they're going this way, and these kind of people got this response. And, you know, write it down as soon as you've had this conversation, because that would be, you know, fresh in your mind, and you would be able to actually put down as much information as you took from that conversation. And the thing is, it's not always going to be positive, because you're talking to real people, and it would be a huge clue for you. And just be thankful that this research, even though it would be hard on you as an entrepreneur, but it's saving you thousands of pounds in, you know, what if you had gone down the route of sampling and just carried on with the idea? You have saved yourself a lot of money by just actually testing your idea in the real world with real people, and pivot based on that information. Pivot that maybe, okay, maybe knee pain is not actually such a huge issue. Maybe I need to focus my supplement on a different pain point or idea that came up from those conversations. After 70 conversations, which is a lot for, you know, people these days, I know myself that I find it the hardest thing to actually start conversations and talk to people. And once you get going, once you train yourself to do this, it gets easier. But initially you're gonna find friction, and you're gonna feel reluctance, and it's gonna be hard, but it's the reps. The more you do it, the easier it will get. And just keep, you know, your eyes, your mind on the price, which is, you know, real feedback about your product idea, and that you would be able to fine tune it and iterate on your product idea. Let me know in the comments below, what is a current idea that you're working on or you're thinking about and you are a bit reluctant to share. And I would be happy to help you talk further about it. There is a free call link in the description below as well. If you want to book a call and talk about it on the call, that would be great as well. But to close off the video and just give you my final thoughts on this, is that talking to people will give you real feedback about your product idea and actually help you identify not just your target audience, who they are, and help you iterate the product idea itself. It will also help you save a lot of money, and it can go either way. Okay, so you need to approach this whole thing with an open mind, and that, you know, either my product idea will fly, which is great, and I will get positive feedback and people would want to know more, and you will get a feel of this very quickly, even in your first 15 to 20 conversations. It will, because you'll get an idea that, okay, you know, actually I'm not getting much traction, I need to maybe change a little bit. Or you will get traction, and then you will know that, okay, I need to actually double down and find more feedback about this part or this angle about my product. But this is what market research is, and it is the most crucial part of building a business in 2025 and beyond, because, you know, there are so many cheap alternatives of everything available now. And this is why I focused my channel on pre-launch prep of the business now, the product side of the business, because, you know, developing a product, that's actually the easy part now. It's actually finding customers, and actually real customers who would be invested and loyal to your product. And that only happens if you help solve their problem, right? So if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing, and there will be more videos coming up, just like these ones. And that's all for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.